Welcome back as WISN's second hour of the remodeling show continues. Mukwonago Remodeling, my guest this hour. We talked in the first hour about chimneys, fireplaces, cleaning, and the time of year. Well, now we've got to talk to who's always been on the show, Mukwonago Remodeling, but a first-time guest I'd like to welcome into the studio. Jeff Baudry is here. Did I pronounce your name right, Jeff?
Yeah, Baudry. That's great, Paul.
I passed the test.
You did really well.
It's good to have you, Jeff. And this is exciting because there's new things and changes at Mukwonago Remodeling. You're new there as well, although you've been doing the remodeling thing in construction a long time.
Yeah, I've been in the cabinet business, several different locations. And you're right, Mukwonago Remodeling, we're very thankful for where we're at right now. We're a 43-year-old company. We've done an extremely great job in the community. The focus is on customers. But at this time, we're going through some changes. We have new ownership. We just recently moved into a new building in a new city in New Berlin. So Mukwonago Remodeling is now located in New Berlin. We have 17,000 square feet to work out of. We have our own cabinet shop, which is quite unique for a remodeler. We've updated our logo. And basically, we're at a point where being as thankful as we are for what has been accomplished for 43 years, we're starting to go a little bit different direction and keep moving forward, still focusing on the customer.
So you are still a design build firm. You've got designers on staff, right?
Yeah, we have designers on staff. We have architectural planners on staff. All of that's really important when you're going in and trying to help people with their dreams. And we are full service, so we can take it from start to finish.
And we could get into all of what rooms you remodel the most. You do some additions. I know that, right?
Additions are a big part of our business, and it's growing even more right now.
Jeff, I really want to talk about that. Not too often do we talk about full scale additions on the show, little bump outs or things like that. But in addition to a home, if you've got the room, remember, it's not always bumping out the back. Sometimes you can go up. The attic is there for conversions. Correct. Sometimes it's the lower level. It's not an addition, but it's space already there. Many areas in the house to remodel. The kitchen and the bath, I think, still lead the charge.
That's correct.
In the country and in the state. How about for you guys at Mukwonago Remodeling?
Yeah, we find that to be pretty typical. One of the things that when we come and meet with customers, it's not as if all of a sudden they just decide that, I want to remodel. It's something that they've thought about. Today, you have the internet, you have the DIY channel on TV.
Oh, my gosh. They got House on their tablet. I bet they got them saved. On their tablet. But the point being is they've put a lot of thought into what they want to do. And really, when they call us in, they're looking for our expertise is, can we do it? So they understand the function of what they're trying to accomplish, and they're coming to us to say, can we do what we think we can do? And additions are a big part of that. Right now the economy is on an upswing. My wife and kids, we traveled to Illinois this Thanksgiving, and on the radio they said 1 million more people traveled this Thanksgiving than last Thanksgiving. People are feeling better about themselves. So this is a really good time of year for us. The election is over.
Well, let's not get political, but yeah, the election is over.
And I'm saying in a good way, we don't have to put up with all of that anymore, right? Yeah. I mean, at least, there was that fear of the unknown. Now we know. Okay, now let's move ahead. Let's charge ahead. And life goes on. The economy chugs forward. It's a great time to borrow money.
Right.
In fact, we have a real estate show that follows this show. They'll talk about, okay, there might be a kick up here or there with the federal interest rates. Overall, you're seeing historic lows, right? Even if they went up a half a point recently, Joe. Historic lows for borrowing money. So that's got to help not just new home construction, but remodeling as well.
It really does. If you talk to any banker, they'll tell you right now that the biggest problem they have too much cash on hand. So they're really willing to help people borrow money because that's what their business is all about.
Maybe home equity loan is what you need or something. But remodeling gives you the chance to stay in that house that you love. You love your neighbors. You love your neighborhood. But the house has become either dated, it's become too small. Maybe you're an empty nester and it's too big.
Right.
We want to change this room into that or take a wall down or open it up. That open concept is really still big, isn't it, Jeff?
Open concept is everywhere. Whether we're doing a kitchen remodel, whether we're doing an addition, many times the addition is that concept.
mom and dad, their kids, maybe they're empty nesters at this time. They want to have the Thanksgiving dinner, but they just don't have the room. They want to be able to entertain their grandkids, but they got nowhere to go with it. That's what these additions are all about. What can we do to provide a space to entertain? And it goes farther than family. It's the neighbors. It's just feeling good about what they've accomplished in their life.
Yeah, Thanksgiving just 2 days removed from it. I mean, take a look around. Where were you?
Yeah, exactly.
Where were you? What was it? A buffet? Was it the kitchen island? And how did traffic patterns move? Was everybody scrunched into the kitchen? In other words, it's not big enough.
Right.
Where were they sitting? Were the guys watching football? Were it's parties like Thanksgiving, get-togethers like Christmas, but it's also those other, just a little casual get-together in the middle of summer that you might want some neighbors over, 2-4 people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But your home is just not functional for whatever reason.
Right.
So we got a lot to talk about today. First off, Jeff, I want to mention to our listeners, we have open phone lines. We're live. If questions come up on remodeling, specifically, what we're talking about, additions and kitchens and baths, Mukwonago Remodeling, we're going to talk about this brand new, in fact, it's 17,000 square feet. I jotted that down when you're talking about it.
Right.
You can custom make cabinets for your clients now.
Well, that's what we do. And, that is a huge advantage, not only just the custom, because that means that we can build a really quality cabinet in any kind of wood, in any kind of style. But it also allows us a lot of flexibility. I mean, there are times in the install when we have the plan and we work with the owners and we go into the demo and all of a sudden we find something behind the wall that we didn't expect, like a drain pipe. So now this cabinet was supposed to go there. Well, we have the flexibility because we build our own cabinets that we can now modify that cabinet. And in fact, I talk about this because it just recently happened. But there's a huge advantage to being able to control the whole remodel from start to finish. And part of that remodel, the big part of that remodel, is the actual manufacturing of the cabinetry and of the woodwork. And if you're getting a bar area and the countertops, all of that stuff we're able to control, which is huge.
So you make it right in New Berlin?
Right in New Berlin, yeah. We are on 170th Street. We're centrally located, and we've kept the name Mukwonago Remodeling because it's such a huge asset. You
almost have to, right?
Well, you really do. You don't ever want to give up that goodwill. When you've been in business for 40 years, you've been doing something right, and we recognize that. And we don't.
For 40 years, we've known Mukwonago Remodeling as a name. You change it, people are going to think it's a different company. Right. So you made the move to New Berlin.
Correct.
You kept the name.
Centrally located. We do a lot of business in the Elm Grove, in the Brookfield, in the Lake Country. We do a lot of business all over southeastern Wisconsin. But by being in New Berlin, it's just better for our workers. It's a bigger work area. We have a new showroom. It just made sense on a lot of different angles as to why we would want to advance ourselves and grow into that kind of space.
You have a Facebook page, so we can like you on Facebook.
Oh, we would love it if you would like us.
Please go like Mukwonago Remodeling and just type in Mukwonago Remodeling.
Right.
It'll take you right to the Facebook page.
Yep.
MukwonagoRemodeling.com is your own website.
That is our website, correct.
And I know you've got a ton of photos up there from you mentioned 40 years in business, and I've seen over the years, and Jeff, I don't know if you've been at some of these Wisconsin Remodeler Award shows. I've emceed some.
They're beautiful.
And it's one award after another that comes up from Milwaukee companies. Milwaukee Nary, again, the largest chapter in the country. So a lot of good quality work that's recognized by peers outside of the state. They're judged by people that have no bias. And I've seen these jobs. I've called you guys for all the golds, for all the winners, all the awards. And a lot of those pictures are on the website. You will see some stuff where you think way outside the box, these lower levels that are just beyond your imagination, what you could dream up. They're just beautiful. You'll see kitchens. Sometimes the details we talk about, lighting, trade ceilings, just little things along the way that will make that kitchen pop, that makes it different than everybody else in the neighborhood. Well, go look at those pictures, MukwonagoRemodeling.com, or right on the Facebook page. Just check them out and give them a like, as we said. Jeff, since you're new to the company, we talked a little bit about your background in marketing, sales, design, and you want to grow and move ahead, but give us a little bit more of your vision and what you've done in the past and what led you to Mukwonago Remodeling. Where do you see it going?
Well, Mukwonago Remodeling, first of all, again, we can't be thankful enough for where we're at. Anytime you look at joining a company, jumping on their bandwagon, so to speak, you want to make sure that they're secure, that they have a strong past, but you also want to know, especially in what I do, that we have a future that we can really take it somewhere and grow it. And as thankful as we are, if we take a look at our owners and our former owner, Bob, what a great guy, and he's done just a phenomenal job at building this organization.
And Bob Reamer, one of the most respected guys in the industry in town.
Respected and the nicest guy you're ever going to want to meet.
Yeah, and humble. When I just talked about how great his company and all this stuff. He just kind of goes, "Oh shucks, yeah. Thank you for the compliment." Very, very humble guy, and took pride in the company and the work they did.
Yeah.
But Bob is riding off into the sunset, right?
Well, that's just it. Anytime you take what I consider your baby, which was his company, Mukwonago Remodeling, which he started, and you grow it into the empire, so to speak, what it is, you get rewarded for that. And for Bob, he's at the time of his life where he really wanted to enjoy his family, his grandkids, and it was just time. And so, hats off to Bob. But we can talk about our new owner, John Geropoulos, and he is a phenomenal individual. Now, John came from Chicago, and John's been in the remodeling industry for a long time. But what's unique about John is that he worked on the Gold Coast in Chicago. And if you know Chicago, the Gold Coast is very
one of my
high-end.
favorite.
Yeah, it aligns with the lakefront.
So it's their version of our Lake Drive as you drive down. Look at the mansions on the lake side. Actually, the ones on the west side aren't too bad either, are they?
Well, yeah. Well, you can find mansions just about anywhere.
and then you'll end, just that whole stretch. Then you go to Chicago on the Gold Coast, and it's like it's up a notch.
Well, it is up a notch.
It's just tremendous.
It's Chicago,
Yeah.
But the thing about it, and what's great about our new owner, John, is that he brings to us that expertise. And we've done some beautiful jobs, in Bob's tenure. You can take a look at our website. I mean, there are some really phenomenal, beautiful, rich-looking jobs. And that's in our wheelhouse. But what John, our new owner, brings to the table is that he has the expertise that he can meet with anybody and he can give that vision. And now, because of our new warehouse and our new cabinet-making facility, the ability to do all the millwork ourselves, we can make those dreams come alive, and we can do it at a very efficient price.
So think about this. As a homeowner, now you have Mukwonago Remodeling, you can pick out the species of wood that you want.
That's incredible. Yeah.
You can pick out the style. These are all custom made. What type of drawers you want, the soft touch, all of that. Are they going to be painted cabinets? Are they going to be stained? But the important thing is that control. They're being made just for you.
That's right.
In your new cabinet shop. That's, again, 17,000 square feet. It's in New Berlin. And that's, I think, the biggest news besides introducing Jeff now on the show is to talk about this new cabinet shop. And if we have any questions at all from our listeners, I would love to do some cabinet questions. Just what's kind of on people's minds. The painted cabinets I hear so much of, Jeff.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that stained cabinets have gone away, though.
No, stained cabinets will never go away.
There's no way.
We talk about trends, and painted cabinets. That happens to be a trend. They can be real clean. They can be symmetrical. They just give you some nice lines to work with.
I see them on HGTV all the time.
You do well, and that's where we get these ideas. I mean, people today. The beautiful thing about it is you go to our website and you can see these beautiful jobs, but that doesn't limit you. You can go to these websites and you can come across something that you think is going to work in your house. That's the kind of vision that helps you talk to us about what we can do for you.
What would you suggest saving pictures? Is House, for example?
House is a phenomenal site.
So if you see something, save that, right?
Well, if you see something and you like it, absolutely. Yep. I really don't have to tell people to do that because that's what they do.
They bring it in.
When they meet with us, it's not like, hey, take a look. What do you think? When they meet with us, most of the time, they have an idea of exactly what they want to do.
I want granite countertops.
They have an idea of what they want it to look like. They're the ones that are pulling out this picture and say, this is the concept. Can I apply that here?
Is your advice, just from a design standpoint, you see so much on HGTV, they make it look simple because, in 30 minutes, it's going from the before to the after, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's almost too...
It's scary for us.
It is.
Puts us... Well, and not only that, but the pricing on it, too.
Oh, they give you the impression that it's so quick and easy, and we'll go to the store and we'll buy this, and it'll all be over in a half hour. No, it's not like that.
And demoing looks really fun, doesn't it, on those programs? Oh, it's demo day. This is my favorite day.
Yeah.
It's hard to have that attitude.
Well, and they put, all these pretty girls with their pretty hair and makeup. It looks like they're going out in a night and time. And they put a pair of goggles on them and a sledgehammer.
Ready to go.
Oh, let's go. Let's demo this house. You're right. It does look fun. It's all production. It's all TV. In the real world, things take time. A kitchen project doesn't happen overnight, Jeff.
Absolutely not.
Even a half bath is going to take some time, and planning and picking out the materials. What kind of backsplash do you want?
Right.
The colors, everything. There's so much that we can talk about. And think of the addition. An addition to your house could add anywhere from 500 square feet. You could make it 1,000. What a difference that's going to make in your home, and then the value when and if you go to sell that home.
And that's what it's all about. You always want to upgrade. You want to feel good about what you're doing. But when you do that, regardless of if you have an intention to sell or if you're going to stay, you want to make sure that what you put into it, that you can somehow get it out. And a lot of that is the feel good, but the monetary part of that is also really important.
Also, Jeff, here's another nugget of information I found very interesting in your background. You're head of marketing and communications at Milwaukee County Parks.
Yeah, that was I was there for quite a while. I really enjoyed that. I got a lot of expertise. This is a great community, and they really supported the park system.
Oh, and one thing about Milwaukee County Parks, there's so many of them for city.
150.
Is that what there is?
Yeah, 150.
Oh, that's just amazing.
It's incredible, and we're really fortunate to have that beauty and that leisure type space everywhere around. No matter where you live, if you're in Milwaukee County, there's a park within 8 blocks from you. I mean, that's just the way it is.
We also have a connection that you don't even know of, Jeff, but you happen to go to UW Oshkosh.
Oh, yeah.
I attended as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to discuss that off
Very
air.
highly recommended school. Yeah, I think they call it UW Zero, Paul.
They did.
When we went there.
They call it, and still do to this day, although it's a very nice campus. That's all done.
It's changed since I went.
It's changed a lot. And a lot of my friends' kids are going there, and I see pictures. They did the Union. Any place when you go back to, like, if you're 15, you go back to where you went to high school or college. It's amazing to see the changes.
It really is.
The other one, Jeff, is UW Ashtray. For whatever reason, it got dubbed that when I was up there in the 80s, yeah.
Well, when we left, then it really cleaned itself up, it seemed.
And no more smoking's allowed. It's just, society has changed, right?
Yeah,
We've all changed. A lot has changed over the years, including remodeling, trends in remodeling. We're going to talk about that. We're not just going to talk about the cabinetry and the new owner. They've got a new logo, a new location for Mukwonago Remodeling, but we're going to get into talking about kitchens and bathrooms. What about the 3-season room? The addition, a full addition, above garage addition. There's an area of the house, Jeff, right above the garage, unused space. Maybe you've got some storage up there. Yeah. You can turn that into a fantastic room.
That's an excellent source.
Maybe the mother-in-law suite.
Right.
It could be a den for dad.
Could be a lot of different things.
Media room.
People just maybe want that master bedroom that they've been looking for. You know what I mean? With the bathroom suite right next door.
Yep.
The things that you see on the HGTV. And those things are possible. And, if you're not sure what you can do, we can help you find the space to do that just by bringing us out there and walking through your house. That's part of the expertise that we bring to the table.
We'll talk a little bit about that, Jeff, the timetable. How long does it take, to you guys design it and then you bring it to life by coming out there and building it for us and remodeling. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about that whole process as well. In the meantime, please check out the Facebook page for Mukwonago Remodeling or just on the web, MukwonagoRemodeling.com. Remember, they have moved to New Berlin. So, Jeff, we can call you, and I want to give out your main office phone number right now.
Yeah.
That is 262-788-5919.
That's correct.
So call 262-788-5919. Monday through Friday, obviously, if you want to go visit that new shop. It is open, Jeff, right?
Yeah. The office is open. Yep. The showroom are in the final stages right now. But what's great about, we look at, when we work with people, we look at it as partnerships. And one of the great things about working with us, when you have your company that's going to do your remodel, the fact that you can talk about and describe what you want as a cabinet, but then you can come by and visit us, and you can see them in their production. That's what true partnership is. You can actually see them
being made? Can I?
Oh, yeah. You can come on out and actually watch them being made. It's not like all of a sudden they're going to show up in a box and it's like, that's not what I thought they were going to be. Here you pick out the stain color that you want. You pick out the species of wood.
They're made right in front of you.
You're made right in front of you. And what a great thing. And again, that comes down to the partnership, what we can offer our customers to be a part of this whole concept and this process from start to finish.
It's got to also be very unique, Jeff. Right?
It is. Well, yeah, but there's a lot of competition in what we do, and there's a lot of good remodelers out there, and there's a lot of remodelers that let's just say that they're on all different levels.
But to have your own cabinet shop.
Have your own cabinet shop that you can control from start to finish, that really sets us apart.
I think what you just hit on, control. You control those cabinets now.
Control.
And for remodeling, that's so important. Let's take a break, Jeff, and then we'll come right back. Hey, if you got any questions on the remodeling show, Thanksgiving is over. All right, everybody's trying to get back into their routine here in the weekends. We are live. We're live all Saturday morning on all my shows. So if you have any questions for Jeff from Mukwonago Remodeling, now is the time to call in. 799-1130. We'll keep the phone lines open until 9 o'clock to the end of this show. You can also use the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin toll-free number, which is 800-838-9476, 800-838-WISN. And with Mukwonago Remodeling, I'm Paul Cronforce. The Remodeling Show will be right back. We are back on WISN's Remodeling Show. Thanks for tuning in with Mukwonago Remodeling. I'm Paul Cronforce. My host today... my guest. I got everything mixed up now, Jeff. Jeff is going to take some phone calls. I'm looking at the screen. And, Jeff, we mentioned your new cabinet shop. It's in New Berlin, 17,000 square feet. Everything is moved to New Berlin, right? So if I say Mukwonago Remodeling, now you're located in New Berlin. Where do I find you? What's your
2450 170th Street, right in the small little industrial park in New Berlin.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
And, of course, your information is on MukwonagoRemodeling.com. It's on your Facebook. But a little rebranding with new ownership, a new logo. They did keep the same name, so moved to New Berlin, but the same website, MukwonagoRemodeling.com. And we got into a little discussion on cabinets with Jeff, some trends in the painted cabinets that you'll see on some of the TV shows and House and things like that. And we're going to take some calls. We welcome you to join us. Remember, you can talk any aspect of remodeling, additions or bathrooms or kitchens. How about trends? What are the hot colors? Things like that. Larry's first up from Oak Creek. Good morning, Larry. Larry, you're on WISN.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead, Larry.
No, this is Liz. And I have
Liz.
thermal foil kitchen cabinets, and they're peeling off. So what are my options?
Hello, Liz?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
How long have you had your cabinets?
20 years.
Oh, my gosh. I would suggest your best option is to call us. We'd love to come meet with you, and I think it's probably time to replace those cabinets.
Great. So do you think you just replace them with new doors or?
It's interesting that you say that because one of the things, Liz, that we do because we're our own custom cabinet shop is that we're able to reface cabinets. So, in your situation, here you are, your cabinets fit your house. You're just looking for a different look. We actually would take your cabinets out. We'd bring them back to the shop and we'd put new faces on them.
Well, you can do that, Jeff.
Yeah, refacing is a big part of what we do. It allows us to go to any species of wood. So if you wanted to change the look of your thermofoil cabinets to, let's say, a dark walnut or a rich oak, whatever you want, we're able to do that. And we do that in the shop. We'll put new faces on them, and we bring them back, and you literally have brand new cabinets with a brand new look.
Wow.
And we're not going out and manufacturing the whole new cabinet.
Now, cost-wise, where would she be on that? I mean, what's your advice versus just getting new cabinets?
Well, we're always looking to try to save money, and customers are always budget conscious. The fact is that because we're going to get new fronts on those cabinets, there will be a cost savings. Will it be 50%? Probably won't be 50% savings, but it will not be as expensive as starting all over. And especially if you're happy with the design, there's no reason to put completely new cabinets.
They fit good. They look good. You're happy with everything.
Just want a new look. I want to feel good about my cabinets. Right now, they're kind of getting old.
They get dirty, greasy over the years, right?
Well, yeah, they're white, so I don't want white anymore.
Oh, well, then that would be a perfect scenario. So what we could do is come out and meet with you. We could show you some different colors. We could take a look at what you got. We could come back, give you a ballpark price, and see whether or not we can form a partnership and start to work together.
Well, that sounds great. Do you also do floors, like if I wanted a pergo floor?
Absolutely. We are a full-service remodeling shop, and what that means is when we come into your house, we're talking about that we make cabinets, but that's really an added bonus. What we do is we look at the complete design of what you have, and we can do everything from your floors to the new backsplashes to new lighting to, let's say, Liz, was that your name?
Yeah.
Let's say, Liz, that you like where you're at right now, but you'd really like to open that up and possibly have your kitchen into more of a functional family area that you could overlook your living area. We could tell you whether or not we could bring that wall down, and we could give you a whole new look to your house. That's the program that we're in.
In fact, I'm glad, Liz, you brought that up because we've been talking about cabinets so much. If you're just joining us, Mukwonago Remodeling does it all, Liz. I mean, everything from additions to you'll do a small remodel job of a bath. To the full-scale edition, kitchen jobs,
right?
Everything. I mean, lower levels we talk about, but flooring is definitely in your wheelhouse as one of those things.
Flooring is a big thing that changes the look and the feel of what you want to accomplish.
Would Liz's first step to be give you a call to come out and do the estimate?
Yeah. Well, let's get together. Let's get a good feel of, number one, what she has. Let's get a good feel of what she wants to do, and from there we can guide her. We can give her some information and see whether or not this is a good fit for both of us to move forward.
And Liz, you want to move away from white cabinets, huh?
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of tired of them after 20 years.
Well, that's another thing. 20 years. I mean, we have white cabinets. That's why I'm asking. We've got the glass doors, and there's some lighting inside. I love the look, but you do tire of walking into the same kitchen 20 years.
Yeah.
You just want it to be spruced up.
Right. There's a lot of people that are going through remodels, and it's not like anything is really wrong. The cabinets, for the most part, they still function.
It's what you want.
What you want. You want to feel good. You want to, you want to spice up your life a little bit. You want, when the neighbors come over, you want them to say, "Oh my gosh, that looks great." Yeah, I got new cabinets.
I do have one more question. I'm thinking about remodeling my basement.
Yes.
And I want to know if you do egress windows.
Absolutely. Anything that needs to be done within a remodel, we are a full-service remodeling company, and we're able to take care of everything for you. So when we go in and we remodel your basement, let's say you want to put a bedroom down there, we definitely would be able to do that for you.
And again, an egress window allows you, by code, if you have a bedroom in that lower level or basement, you have to have one for fire safety. It's a way to get out.
And does it increase the value of your home when you want to sell it?
Well, anytime you add a bedroom to your home, it increases the value to your home. So,
and that egress window would be up to code. You would have no problems.
Plus, another thing that egress does, it lets light in, and
a lot of
light in their basement. That's
if
you can make your basement into another functioning entertainment area with light that adds so much value.
Yeah.
That's part of what.
Yeah, and they look good. Some people landscape around them a little bit. They look nice. We appreciate your call and your questions, Liz.
Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to call on Monday.
You bet.
Thanks,
and
Liz.
Don't forget, I'll give the number out right now, Liz, for you and anybody else. MukwonagoRemodeling.com. They're on Facebook, of course, or 262-788-5919.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liz, for the phone call. She mentioned her white changing from white to something else, and I didn't realize this. So the difference between box cabinets and custom cabinets or refacing, I've got all of those options at Mukwonago Remodeling.
Yeah, really, what do you want to do?
So you go case by case, Jeff, right?
Absolutely. And that's what's great about setting up a time that we can come talk to you. Like I say, Paul, most people think they know what they want to do. They have an idea what they want to do. Our expertise is assuring them what they want to do. Number one is a good idea, and number two is possible. And in most cases, anything's possible when you can control it yourself, which is what we do.
Jeff, and you've been in remodeling for a while in the marketing, the design aspect, fairly new to Mukwonago Remodeling, but have seen all aspects of remodeling in your career. Do you see right now, we talk about these painted cabinets. Mm-hmm. Is that just a trend, like a blip that's going to go back? Is it here to stay? We've always seen white cabinets,
right?
But for whatever reason, it was just basically white or a little off-white, and then you had your stained of whatever species of wood. You had that cabinet. Now you're seeing all these colors. You're seeing blacks, grays, all whatever you can name it. You'll see it.
Gray is the new white, Paul.
Gray is the new white. So what do you think? Is this a trend that's going to be around for a while?
Well, when you talk about the word trend, you're talking about that's in right now, and some trends.
It implies it's going away, right?
Well, but some trends stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Something that becomes a trend all of a sudden really never goes away.
Like hardwood floors, they're never going to go away.
They're never going to go away.
They were 50 years ago. They look good. Now they look good, right?
Right. Liz's white cabinets that she's talking about, they're never going to go away.
Never.
She's just tired of them. She'd like a new look.
Yep.
But white never goes away. It's classic.
It comes down to then, Jeff, is your advice, do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel good.
And if you still like oak with the stain, that even though they're saying, well, not, go ahead and get oak. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
You're going to live there, okay? You want people to notice it when you come over, but it's a reflection of who you are. So what you like is what you need to do. Whether it's a light stain, whether it's a dark stain, whether it's a painted, whether it's a metallic look, whatever it is.